And Roblox shares ending the day 12% lower after releasing its March metrics. Yahoo Finance's Rachelle Akuffo is here to break down the report for us. Rachelle.
Hey, Inez. In fact, the monthly metrics themselves actually weren't that bad. We saw estimated bookings and revenues, $4.8 billion hours, $4.8 billion hours engaged by users there, versus the 4.6 billion in February. But investors really honed in on the drop in DAUs, or daily active users, at 66.2 million versus February's 67.3 million. Now, in a press release on Monday, Roblox noted that foreign currency fluctuations put about a 2% dent in the year-over-year growth rate for March 2023 revenue and bookings. But note some nuance here. When they refer to bookings, they're referring to the money used to purchase credits in a game ecosystem, or Robux, in the case of Roblox. Now, the March forecast of 247 million to 255 million, that was up slightly from February, and on a year-over-year basis, up 23 to 27%. The problem is, it doesn't actually show up as revenue accounting-wise until a user spends those Robux. And since revenue isn't more reflective of a company's growth, it does make it harder for investors to gauge how to value Roblox, especially given this business model. Now, of course, if you look at the broader tech atmosphere, some of the drop might be part of an overall pullback on risk, because it is actually faring very well year to date. It's up more than 40%, and that's even including today's drop, Dave.
Very interesting. So Roblox says essentially they're out of this. No more monthly key metric data. Why?
Well, this is interesting. So they seem to be wanting to take a longer view versus a monthly view. Some of the nuances and some of the changes in that. So in that same press release, they said, quote, while we believe that this has provided incremental information to investors regarding the seasonality of the business, we have decided to cease providing key monthly metrics to align our reporting cadence with our value of taking the long view. So now what will happen here? Well, investors essentially will have to wait for the quarterly metrics and get those as they do along with the other quarterly disclosures, things like the shareholder letter and some of these other quarterly publications. So you won't get to see some of these details month to month, but it's not going away. You just have to wait for the quarterly reports.
Makes some sense. Rachelle, nice to see you. Thanks so much.